Hi guys, dedKaisar again. Um, like I said, I'm still having issues streaming, so I will be doing 30-minute recordings this way, and then uploading them until I eventually finish the game. Um, my main save file is actually further along than the current stopping point on YouTube, which is currently part 7. That's where I've stopped. And see, I'll show you. Let's see here. See, this is where I'm at right now. I went back to the beginning. See, 16 hours, 52 minutes. I went back to the beginning so I could look at some new stuff because there's certain places you can't get into until later on in the game. So I ended up going back. I've already met December, or, well, I've already looted December because he was dead when I found him. Let's see here. This right here. This right here is about where I stopped in the YouTube video. And since this save, you know, I avoided the nightmare, I found the cook, and, you know, obviously he's not the real cook, but, yeah. But it was such a bitch getting to this section here that I almost don't want to start from this part, but I am going to. This has 3 campaigns. What? Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and let's see here. Go ahead and get rid of all these first. There we go. Okay, so I can't remember what this was for. Oh, never mind. Okay, so this right here is the save that I'm working on for YouTube. This right here is the original save that I was working on independent of the YouTube playthrough. And because I played forward on this part here and caught up with this part, I ended up doing better in my YouTube save than I did in my personal save. So I ended up getting better stuff, figuring out where everything was, doing a little bit more exploring, figuring out where the enemies were, and being able to combat them a little bit better, which is good. And it's resulted in this save, which is the future version of my YouTube save because I've been playing on it, and I just put a manual save down right before I stop streaming for the day. That way I can come back. So I can go ahead and delete this one, and now it's just these two. And this is where I am actually at, and this is where I'm at for YouTube. So we're gonna go ahead and play on this one right here. And one of the things that you'll notice is that for my save for the Arboretum, I have less Typhon abilities than I did. I believe that I still have to go through the crew quarters, and I still have, I still have 2 telepaths that I have to kill. I have a technopath that I have to kill because I haven't done the lift yet. So all the things that I've done in the save that I've been playing when I'm not streaming is stuff that I have to do in my save when I am streaming. So this is a pain in the butt. But I do like this game. And in one of the streams that I did, you'll remember that I came across Alex's office safe. Well, I got, after going back to the Neuromod division and looting December, there's a note on his body, and you get that note, and it actually has the safe password to Alex's office safe. And I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. It's like 6323 or something. None of that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so I'm really far behind myself here. Like, I end up coming back through here twice. And I actually come back to the Arboretum. Let's see, what's that for? Deep storage, main lift. Okay, yeah, so I've already done the main lift. Already went up there. I'm fairly certain I've already played through this part on stream. So I'm going to go ahead and just save right here. And go ahead and go back to my personal save and stream from that point. And a little bit later I'm going to go through my videos, or if you guys want, you guys can go through it and tell me if there's a part that you missed, and I'll come back to this save right here and I'll go ahead and play through it just in case there's anything major that you missed, but I'll explain to you all the stuff. But real quick, I'll show you where I'm at. See, I have the Q-beam on my personal save. I do not have it here yet, as you can see. I only have 3 scope chipsets on this. I actually have 4 slots activated and 6 chipsets for the scope. I have, I think, 1 or 2 more for the suit, and I have 1 more slot. It's either 1 or 2 more slots open for my neuromods. Let's see, I actually have, let's see here. I have the mobility. I have either the sneak attack or the stealth 2, I can't remember. And I have both of these unlocked. I've got this unlocked, I've got that ability, and I've got this one right here. I can't remember what it is, but I grabbed it. And I've got remote manipulation. I have Psycho Shock 2, and frickin' Mind Jack. So I've got a fair amount of stuff, and then I've got a few more of these, and I've been collecting neuromods and doing stuff like that. My health is up to 200. My psi pool is up to 150. I've got a lot more. Stuff compared to where I'm at right now. So we'll wait until that's done saving. And you can go ahead and look around, because you'll see I fell in a hole. Okay. Let me out. There we go. Okay. So you can see the turrets are here. They are friendly. You know, it looks, I mean, like an arboretum. It's freaking empty, but it looks, you know, it looks normal the first time you come through. Let's see here. And since I have to come back to the Arboretum, whenever you come back to the Arboretum from the crew quarters after you're done doing everything that you need to do there, and after you're done doing the main lift, well, before you go do the main lift, you come back to the Arboretum. It's full of coral. There's a few more phantoms. There's a bunch more mimics. When you do the lift, you go in there to fix the lift. It's a technopath. You have to kill it, and engineering operator that's corrupted, and a medical operator that's corrupted. Once you've done that, you get back down to the lobby. There are 2 technopaths, a weaver, and several cystic or septic something. There are 2 nests down there, or 2 or 3. There's also a couple phantoms and a few greater mimics. Nothing too terrible. And in case you are wondering which quest line I am going after the quest line that has you using the no wave transmitter instead of blowing up Talos 1. Now I will probably go ahead and go back to a previous save so that I can do so I can blow up Talos 1 and just kind of do all the endings. But I don't think that I will go back so far as to perform all the different choices. Just the major choices that affect the outcome of the game, not a whole bunch of minor ones. Okay, so like I said, I am in the TranStar Neuromod division. This is, if it looks really familiar, it should. This is because this is where you start the game. If you go down this way, it's it's where you actually start the game. Your simulated apartments in there and everything. You eventually get a key code that unlocks this, although you don't have to use the these lifts to get up here. You can actually just go over here on this balcony and you can climb up on top of this and then use the glue gun to just make stairs up here, get up here this way. Yeah. See, you need hacking 4 to get into here, into fabrication. And so you'll have to come back here even after you come back here to do the volunteer quarters and everything like that. So this isn't the first time that we'll have to come back here for one reason or another. That right there is the body of December. Why he's down there, I have no idea. These are volunteer quarters. It's pitch black when you first get here. When you turn the power on, you actually have to go in that door over there to turn the power on. But once you get the power on, there's a poltergeist in here and you'll have to kill it. So right here is security computers. Not really a whole lot here to mess with. Same over here. Not really a whole lot to do. There's this over here. You've got utility. It's just locking or unlocking the main door to this room. And an email, which I've already read. And you could conceivably go in here and follow this through, but the biggest problem with doing that is that it takes you over to the other side of this, and the maintenance access tunnel over there is locked from the other side, so you can't get to it through this side. And I didn't know about this door right off the bat when I first came in here, so instead I had brought a cup over here and used Mimic Matter, which you see is currently equipped, snuck through the door and then put this right here so I could get back out, and then immediately discovered that there was a door over here I could have just went through. So this is where I'm at right now. I have Remote Manipulation, Mimic Matter, Psyshock 2, and Mind Jack, and then Phantom Shift. I use Psycho Shock quite a bit. It's very handy, especially since I have no ammo for the shotgun, no ammo for the pistol, and like I've got my glue gun, it's got a fair amount of ammo to it, but I'm also out of ammo for the Q-beam. So that is a massive pain in the rear. Now, I need that wrench back actually. And this is where I'm at with all my stuff. You can see that I have maintained keeping Alex's tracking bracelet this time. Because the last time that I picked it up, I accidentally destroyed it, and I didn't mean to. Then there's Danielle Show's tracking bracelet, mostly for sentimental reasons, considering the fact that she's dying outside. And then Will Mitchell tracking bracelet, and I picked that up. And I'll probably go ahead and put those up in Morgan's office so I don't like accidentally destroy them. I have 9 neuromods currently, although I didn't realize I had that many. See, I've got the Q-beams, got the first upgrade on everything. Margrave's got several upgrades on it. Silence Pistol's got several. Disruptor's got none. Glue Gun's got a couple on it. And I haven't bothered doing anything with this. Oh, let's see here. It actually took a while to get, you know, suit repair kits and med kits, because there for a while I had none of either of them, and I was running dangerously low. Yep, see, 150 health, 100 suit integrity, 200 side pool. Suit chipsets, you can see I've got quite a few here. I still have the recycler shielding, heavy gear optimizer, thermal shielding, the V-amp, Arctic's propulsion generation 1, the poly shield, the EMP shielding. Since I don't use EMP very often, I don't really need this. And I don't have backlash, so I don't have this equipped. And then I've got the reactivator, which is handy, the mimic detection, which I've had since quite a while now, the speed scan, very handy, especially when you're scanning your own doppelganger. That's really handy, because by the time you're done scanning, it's gone. Optimizer for morph, which is great, but I don't use it so much, so I don't really need it. Psychoshock amp, since I have Psychoshock 2 and I use it fairly often, it's great to have a little boost on it. And there's fear shielding. Of course, once I unlock the ability that gives me resistance to fear, I don't even need this, so it's not, I don't have to have it installed. Psychoactive charger and the 0-point psi. When you finally get to the executive suite into your actual apartment, you get the 0-point chipset. Nice. Okay. There's actually a reason why I need to equip this, and besides the fact that I don't have any ammo, I'm actually a fair distance away from a recycler. And other than just leave the Neuromod division and go to Morgan's office, which I could certainly do, there's a phantom that sits on the other side of that. By the way, if anybody can tell me what noetics is, like, it may help me make a lot more sense over some of the stuff that happens in this game, because it's something that they mention. But I keep forgetting to actually, you know, look it up, so it's not something that I'm deeply familiar with. And also, I know that there is a mission that is associated with Concerto that you have to play. But if you can tell me if there is something relating to mental activity or the intellect. Okay, well, I'm talking about like the study, not like the definition of the word. Okay, so if anybody knows of anything having to do with this piano, whether or not there's an achievement or something to do with it, because I know if you sit there and play it, like, you can only play like 2 or 3 notes at a time every time you press the button. But it sounds incredibly familiar. It could either, you know, be the theme for this game and I'm just not catching it, or something like that. But it is deeply familiar, and I have not yet been able to find anything about it, anything that mentions whether or not there's an achievement, or if it's just a cool little thing that they put in there. And for those of you that don't know, getting in the skill recorder, okay, in order to do that, you have to get into volunteer quarters activate the power, and then go to the security terminal in the back. Okay? Once you do that, you can unlock the door. It'll give you a little thing where it looks like it didn't let you press the button, but I promise you it did, and it'll unlock this room here, and it'll unlock the door on the other side too, so you can get into this room.
Noetic sciences assessment is essentially the science of the human condition. It is a multidisciplinary field that brings objective scientific tools and techniques together with subjective inner knowing to study the full range of human experiences.
Okay.
It's studying the human condition.
Well, that's interesting, all things considered, because they said that when it came to noetics, like there was something. I have to go back and look at the dialogue for January, but he said that like humans barely registered, but the Typhon registered quite a bit. The coral was off the charts, but when you scan uh, Morgan, he registers on the level of the Typhon.
Yeah. It's the study of consciousness transformation, and worldviews, things of that nature. So, yeah, it's the human condition.
Weird.
It's very, like, almost pseudoscience-y.
Yeah, well, I know that it's not incredibly widely accepted.
Yeah.
It's a lot like psychology, where it has its definite, it has parts of it where it's like absolutely you use psychology to approach certain things,
But it's a soft science.
yeah. But yeah, as soon as we get over to the lobby, there's a I'm gonna pretend to be a chair.
It's like the most deadly version of prop hunt.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I have absolutely no interest in dealing with that thing. None at all. Yeah, I killed the last one, but that doesn't mean anything.
Means you can do it.
I know I can do it. I don't want to. Okay. As soon as I saw that little icon down there and I saw it moving, I was just like, that's a nightmare.
Well, I saw it moving and I thought it was just a phantom, but then I heard the like metal creaking type sound of its roar.
Yeah.
It's like that's evil. That's terrifying. It's also way bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah. It's kind of freaky.
Definitely.
Okay. 20 minutes to go. Yeah. Unbind Jack to Weaver. Yeah, it was. Yep. That's a Weaver.
Good evening, Talos. This is a reminder that the identity of guests visiting Talos is strictly confidential.